Hi guys, welcome to day 9 of our advent calendar, and tonight we're going to be stripping apart a shock absorber. But before we do that, I'm just going to have a quick run through of some tools. Now, we have got a 7mm nut driver and a 5.5mm nut driver. We'd have used the 5.5 to take our shock off from the shock tower, and also a 2mm hex driver and a 1.5mm hex driver. Now we'd have used the 2 to take our shock off from the bottom. Tonight I've also got a couple of more specialist tools as well, some shock pliers. Now you can use normal pliers so long as they've got a nice flat edge in there. However, I'd recommend getting some of these proper shock pliers and also vernier calipers. Now I'll explain how to use these in person, but we're going to use them right now before we start by measuring the gap or the length of our shock shaft there, which is 21mm. Now write that down, or if you've got a good memory, just remember it. Next up, we're going to use our pieces of paper here. We are going to, firstly, I forgot about a tool, brush. We're going to clean up our shock around the outside, get any muck off that, so we don't drag it in as we're doing it. We can take our shock top off. Now be careful, there is going to be a bit of oil in there. Don't do it on the dining room table. We can pull that out and give it a squish out like that, and we can see that oil on the bench there. Next up, we are going to undo our eyelet. Move that over there, that'll be good. We're going to undo our eyelet, stick that on the bench. Now in here, this shaft will then push up, hopefully you can see that coming out of there, and our piston shaft assembly will come out of there. Just going to lay that on that bit of cloth and then transfer it over, and then we can undo the nut on the bottom which holds our shock cartridge in. Then we can see inside we have got our seals. We are going to pop those out, and there should be some spaces inside. Now you see I'm laying these bits down on the bench here in order so I can remember which way they go back in again. Now, if we just give these bits a clean up, just going to get another piece of cloth. So, our shock shaft and our piston here, we'll give them a good clean. And also inside of the shock body, we just screw that up and post that in. Now, what we'll do, we will just lay those bits down for the moment and join us tomorrow when we will rebuild the shock.